right, so we had shown you there's no gap at this edge. This needs to come forward, but there's a hose clamp and a fitting inside there. It's in the way. What we're going to do, we're going to take this tank off and we're going to elongate the holes in behind it. And we're going to try to move it out 3/16 of an inch, and we think that's going to give us enough room for that to sit straight. We think that'll give us enough room for that to sit straight. So I've got my fancy sockets here, and this is all nice, highly polished. So if I'm going to elongate holes with the die grinder, I'm going to put tape on, so I don't, if I do slip, I'm not going to scratch anything. Okay. Now. Yes, it's all a little delicate. Come on. Woohoo. Okay. Oh man. Wow. You know, the guy who designed this, anyhow, he's not one of my favorite people. Okay. So I'm going to use you can see where the washer was tightened up. So you know where you need to widen the hole. I'll show you once I get this off. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's all pretty tight. So then I'll be able to show you which part. And none of this is a big deal. It's an aftermarket part. They never fit. Oh. Okay. So this fitting and hose, you know, I could try to turn it in one more turn, but it's hitting the side of the tank protector. So anyhow, the easy, simple way is I widen these holes 1/8 of an inch. There's lots of room. I'm still debating. You know, I was thinking of just putting a brake on this panel, bend it, so when it was sitting here, it would crank it forward. But this fitting is the problem. This is what's hitting. Oh boy. So either, I mean, I could take these bolts out and I could make this piece slide over more. But again, wow. You can see even this piece here comes way out, and that's bumping this piece. So I'm starting to think I hate to get more involved like that. You see, it's what bothers me is if I make this little bit here a little wider, I'm going to come right through. There won't be anything left, because that's how much I want to take. And there's not a whole lot of weight here, but you know, every time we run into a problem, there's more many ways to solve it. So now I have to decide, but I think I'm going to elongate these holes. I'm going to trim off full width over there. And I'm going to make it work that way. We'll decide. Once I come up with a super duper idea, I'll come back and show you what it was. Okay, so I'm going to take out these. And of course, anyhow, I'm going to shorten it up here. Seems like the best way to go. I'm going to have to get a wrench back in there. Looks like 3/8. Same here. Yeah, so I'm going to have to get back in here, take this off. I'm going to shorten that by 1/4 inch. Right, so I'm going to take a 1/4 inch all the way off this edge here and re-drill those holes. I'll come back when I get the right size wrench. Okay. Here we go. I'll try to do it with the box end. Less chance I'll lose the nut completely. Yeah, this is pretty fancy stuff. We'll get this figured out. But it's little things like that that most people would never notice if we left it. But I kind of think the way that fitting was pushing against the tank, eventually it would have become a problem. So it's not that big a deal to fix right now. And it would be catastrophic if we just left it. So it's going to be a little tough to take off just a 1/4 inch. Let me see, we'll get this bottom one off here and then we'll have a better idea once I get it out of there. Okay. Oh, that's just lovely. Okay. So, I could either re-break this, but that's going to mess all that stuff up. There's not a whole lot of options of things to do, but if I take a 1/4 inch off there, it's a tough one. Yeah. It's going to be kind of a trial fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 1/4 inch off there, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to fit it. And because, you know, you have to look at this, what's going to work. If that was tight. Jeez. So there you can see. And the holes are out here. So yeah, taking off at least a 1/4 inch. And we'll come back and see how that looks. All right, meet Mr. Big. Whoops, a water bottle. Okay, I got this from my dear friend since grade 2. She was doing some different types of sculpting work. And when she was done with it, I don't know why she called it Mr. Big, but this is an upright belt sander. Now last time I was using it, I drained the water out of it. There is a fitting on the back. Well, here, I'll show you. Right here. You hook up a hose there. And anyhow, I drained the water out because when it sits too long, it gets kind of gross. And I lost the plug. So, here's how it works. Oh, look at that. So, we're going to try to get the aluminum down using Mr. Big. The problem is heat transfers so well in aluminum, I won't be able to do it all at once. That's why I wish I had the water hooked up. I may have to stop and find the plug. So for now, we're just going to try it, see how it goes. Now the cool thing is it comes with all different grits of belts. Alright, we're going to set her down for a bit. Okay, so you can see I still have the old holes for marks. So right now I'm going to come over here, mark the tape, and then I'm going to let this cool off for a bit. So we'll drill my holes and then I will finish shaping and grinding that. Then we can put this back together and see if we win. And I'm sure we do. Okay, just a little more. I've drilled the holes. Now, I think that worked pretty good. Okay, I'm just going to wipe this down, clean it up a bit. Okay. See ya. Oh, just a minute. Where? Okay. So I'm going to slip this piece in now. Let's do that. There you see it. So we're going to test fit it. Okay. Now you can see this is tight to the rad support tank. This is awesome. So I'm going to tighten up these two bolts. Ooh, you know something? Yeah, I just got Pat's Auto to send me out some more tape. What I don't want to do is I don't want to be dropping these tiny little bolts. So there's many different ways. I just put tape over the back of the wrench to make sure it's not going to fall out. Right? Go like this. Where is, yes, this one. Okay. And at the same time, I don't want to mess up the freaking rad. Might have got too much tape on there. Yeah, it got in the way. Okie dokie. Best out of 5. Okay. That worked. Get it a little bit tighter. Not going too tight with anything just yet, of course. This is always, you don't want to screw up. You can buy combs to try to re-straighten those fins. You can never make them look the way they were. Anyhow, you don't want to mess anything up. I'm going to try to do this one by, if I can get my finger down in there. Okay, well that was a dumb idea. The tape works. Okay. So we'll know here in short order. I'm going to go grab the other piece. Okay, so. Ooh. They just don't make it easy. Okay. It appears that will be the key to success. So I'll put a bolt in, get it snugged up, make sure. nylox on these, which is nice because it's hard to get close to. I still have to tighten these ones up, but I'll show you. We have mission accomplished. See this even gap? Now there's a gap between this curved pipe and here. Everything fits. Now again, there's an hour dicking around. Had to be done. And it's just what you learn to expect anytime you get new parts, aftermarket parts, anything. It's just the nature of not just this trade. Anytime. When I used to be doing plumbing and heating, you know, yeah, we have another hot water heater. Exact replacement for what you have. And you go in and you need different fittings, different lengths, chimneys different. Anyhow, doesn't matter what trade you're in. This is what I would call par for the course. Anyhow, we have success. And especially when you're working on someone else's stuff, particularly important to maintain your cool. You twist something off in here, that's gonna be a big freaking bill. So, pretty pleased, pretty excited. Mission accomplished. Not even cut or slashed up. So, cheers. On to the next part of the project.